relaxing. As I gaze out upon the sea, prose wells up. Is it just Paimon, or is there something weird about those hilly trails over there? Paimon thinks so too. We've seen plenty of hilly trails before, and they're always the bad guys. Uh-oh. This is right by the Wangshu Inn too. Oh, now that we've seen it, if we don't do anything about it, Paimon will feel really guilty. These super evil hilly trolls are more difficult to defeat. Hey! Seems like people are gathering over there. Wonder what they're doing. Whoa! See that guy in the mask? He scared off all the hilly trolls. Oh, you mean like Xiao? Now that you mention it, this guy's mask is but the magic he was using seemed even more adeptacy than Xiao's. Shall we go say hi? Hello.
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need. Cleansing the world of evil is the duty of the Adepti. Think nothing. Wait. Who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection, it seems that we have not met.
My name's Paimon, and this is my sidekick.
One sees. One too shall introduce oneself. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars, though one is better known to one's followers as Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross. Now.
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti and Leela were just really good in battle. You mean you can...
There are different levels of Adepti. Are not the stars loftier than the mountains, clouds, and moon? Yet, it is unbecoming of an Adepti to boast of one's powers. One would have you first speak to one's followers, and only then make your verdict.
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? His power... I believe that now, there is finally some hope for my ailing father. Watching him use his magic is all the proof you need. A true Adeptus, no doubt about it. Not long ago, I sought some medicine from him on behalf of my ailing father. The difference with Boo Boo Pharmacy's prescriptions was like night and day, I tell. Once it was boiled and ready, it gave off this really ethereal mist. Seemed pretty adeptal to me. Adepti medicine is surely the most potent. Sure, you have to make some sacrifices if you seek help from an Adeptus like the Master of Stars. I had to give a few antiques as offerings.
Finally, a life full of hope and purpose. Oh, are you believers too? After my fiancé had been left, I cried every day. But then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion, I started burning paintings of my fiancé and casting the ashes into the ocean at sunrise. I can't explain it, but it really worked. I know in my heart that he'll return. This is not some sort of positive thinking trick. I'm certain. I'm so overjoyed that I gave a portion of my wedding budget to the Master of Stars as an offering. After all, if not for him, I wouldn't be getting my fiancé back, in which case I wouldn't need it anyway.
The Millilith don't really need to do shifts when the Master of Stars is around, do they? I'm a merchant, and I had an especially valuable batch of goods that needed transporting recently. Reason being, monsters run a mile as soon as he so much as holds up his talisman. It didn't come cheap, of course, but then soliciting the services of a god is a monumental affair. Just look at the Rite of Dissension. So I can accept it, but I doubt that most from outside of Liyue would be willing to.
What do you think? One's adherents may exaggerate a little, but they speak from... Surely you jest. There was once a senior adeptus, Xie Wuliang, known to the people as Liangzi. He said this. All things are connected. That, in other words, their wishes are already...
Nope. It makes them way more complicated. But basically what you're saying is that...
Indeed. You are perceptive, my diminutive friend.
Okay. So we...
Oh? You need but ask. One wanders among mortals, doing good and cleansing evil. One reveals not one's visit.
Ah, got it.
Now then, what are your wishes? One senses that a tragic tale lies behind this wish. So be it. This wish, but first, one must see some proof of your faith.
What's that supposed to mean?
The way of the Adepti cannot be grasped from words alone. One must seek the profound truths that lie beyond them.
What do we do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all. Oh, that's right! Some of those believers mentioned that they had to pay a pretty... Well, Paimon's not forking over anymore, and we don't have anything valuable, and you don't even have a vision. Hey, why don't we make him a tasty snack? No one can resist the temptation of good food, can they? Yep, a tasty snack is sure. Why don't we head over to Wanwen Bookhouse and see if they got any new recipes in?
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti?
Yes. Here.
Oh, aren't you generous?
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into him again! Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it well, anyway, it was definitely a book about the Adepti. Why would an Adeptus want to buy a book about himself? Really? What's so fishy about him? So, what you're trying to say is that he can't grant people's... Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Maybe we'll find out something about this guy that we can use.
So, are you buying or not?
Hey there! We'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti.
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a best? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. But you should be able to find a copy somewhere on that shelf over there. So, are you buying or not?
what it's all about, shall we?
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then, Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
This book is about the Yakshas, a group of adepti who... seems like a pretty niche topic. Was there any... The book says that the Yakshas, after fighting against the wrath of the gods for thousands of years, poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, the Yakshas would often descend into indescribable fits of terror, rage, or... it's so tragic. After everything they went through in all their years of protecting Liyue, So, there used to be 5 main... Do you think that it could have anything to do with the... No, surely not. The book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods defeated during the Archon War can sometimes cause plagues, monsters, or mutations, all of which sound pretty horrendous. Hey, do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier were the mutations that the book's talking about? Yep, Paimon thinks we've already summed up all the key points. So back to the matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those super evil-looking hilly churls come from? And 2, what does Star Snatcher have to do with the Yakshas? Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. Let's part the fog of mystery that hangs over Dwayne Karst and let the To be honest, Paimon actually hopes he is a... But if we get our hopes up, there's further for them to come down. Alright, let's...
Flee at my command, foul demon! Flee! Why won't you flee?
Uh-oh. Looks like Stars... And there are innocent bystanders here, too! Cut to the chase!
This is order.
Don't blink! Hey!
Oh, I don't get it. Why didn't the Sigil of Permission do anything? Has the evil aura of these hilly churls grown in intensity?
Sigil of Permission, huh? Now why does that sound familiar? Right! It's a keepsake of the Adepti. No wonder he was able to scare those monsters away earlier.
What are you two babbling on about? One is merely underslept, meaning were one but given another opportunity.
Well, as it happens, there goes another bunch of evil hilly churls over the...
One suddenly feels ill at ease. Surely one has overexpended.
So you were just bragging after all. We were right to be suspicious. Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Use your elemental sight and